Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Bobby. This is my best friend Sunny. She's going to be helping me demonstrate because I'm still injured. Today we're doing yoga for cyclists, and today's class is all about the hips, strengthening the hips and stretching them out. A very vital part to being a cyclist. So if you like having 2 blocks, and if you have 2 blocks, grab 2 blocks. And if you don't have 2 blocks, you could use 2 books, or just grab like a couple pillows or blankets for props. I also like to grab a blanket for padding underneath the knees, because I have sensitive knees. So if you like to do that, you can do that, or you can just flip your mat over to double it up during any kneeling poses. I think that's it. We're going to get started lying on our backs in Supta Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together, knees open out wide, and just lie down on the back. Bring the arms down by the sides, and let the face relax and let the eyes close. And then begin to deepen the breath. Really watching your breath and listening for the sound of the breath. Listening to the sounds around you, wherever you are. Not making any attachments or judgments about them, just noticing them. Listening for your thoughts. Once again, not making any attachments or judgments about them, just noticing. And then letting them go with each and every exhale. Allowing you to clear the mind and be completely present. And if you notice your mind wandering off at all, just bring your focus back to your breath. And that'll help guide you back away from the not present moment. You're really trying to not think about what happened before you came to your mat, and not think about what might happen after. All that's important right now is that you made it to your mat, and sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. Take a few more deep breaths here, and have some knowledge about the hips. There are over 20 muscles that cross the hip, and the abductors are in the outer thigh, and they're used when moving the legs away from the center line of the body. So think of like aliens abducting, taking something away. That's how the abductors work. And strengthening and stretching the abductors helps prevent knee pain and injury. It also improves balance. Also, if this pose is a little too intense for you, if it's too much right away to do, you can place blocks underneath the knees or pillows underneath the knees to kind of lift them up a little bit so gravity's not pulling them down so much. And then we have the hip flexors, which are at the front of the hips right here. And they are the assistants to the quads and the glutes. They rarely function by themselves. Oh no, wait, that's the other one. Sorry. The hip flexors, they help kick, bend, run, and ride bikes. The adductors are the ones that assist the quads and the glutes. They rarely function by themselves, but strengthening them can help increase stability and prevent injury as well. And tight hips can stem from tightness in other muscles, such as the quads and hamstrings. So it's really good to stretch out that whole area, especially if you're a cyclist. They also, lower back pain can stem from having tight hips. So because of the sciatic nerve that is connected to the hips. And then we also store a lot of emotions in our hips. A lot of people will call it the body's junk drawer. So like when you do a lot of hip openers, you may notice emotions come up, and that's okay. Just, breathe through it and try to bring yourself back to the present moment by focusing on your breath. So we'll take a few more deep breaths here in your Supta Baddha Konasana, feeling the hips already starting to open up. The back half of the body grounded onto the earth. And the front half, feeling the air around you. And then when you're ready, you can slowly blink the eyes open. Bring the hands to the outer thighs to help you bring the legs back towards one another. And then from here, cross right ankle over left thigh. Make sure to flex your right toes back towards your shin to help protect the knee and ankle joints. You can stay right here, sort of pressing that right knee outward, or start to bring the legs towards you and thread the right arm through, placing the hands either behind the thigh or in front of the shin. You can use your right elbow to gently nudge the right knee slightly outward to deepen the stretch. Try to lengthen the tailbone down. Really send the breath into that outer right thigh, those abductors. And then from here, you're going to keep the legs in this shape, but bring your arms out to a T or a cactus shape, and let the legs gently fall over to the right side. I'm going to try to get in a little bit here too, maybe. Sorry. No, wait. Oh, it's supposed to be to the left. Sorry. Oh. Let the legs fall over to the left side. This is what happens when I don't do it myself. All right, keep the right shoulder grounded, and the gaze can either be up at the sky or over the right shoulder, as long as that feels okay on your neck. Try not to let this right knee fall inward. You want to be pressing it up towards the sky. So you can use your left hand to help you do that, or maybe even grab onto the right foot with the left hand. Take a few deep breaths here. And then on your next inhale, bring the legs back up through center and switch sides. So cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Make sure to flex the left toes back towards the left shin to help protect the knee and ankle joints. You can stay right here, or maybe start to bring the legs in towards you. Interlace the hands either behind the thigh or in front of the shin. You can use the left elbow to gently press the left knee out a little bit to deepen the stretch. Lengthen the tailbone down and really send the breath into that left outer thigh. Then from here, keep the legs in this shape, but bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape, palms face up towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the right side. Wait. Oh, yeah. Wait, the legs shimmy up. Wait. Yeah. There we go. Keep the left shoulder grounded. The gaze can be either up at the sky or over the left shoulder, whatever feels the best on your neck. Keep the left knee pressing upward, either by itself or using the right hand to help you, or that right hand can come down to the left foot. Take a few more deep breaths here. And then on an inhale, bring the legs back through center and uncross them. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Do a couple of leg circles. And then when you're ready, begin to rock up and down the spine. Back and forth along the entire spine, massaging out the back, eventually making your way to hands and knees. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath the hips. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Press into the palms, lengthen the tailbone back, and pull the belly in towards the spine. On an inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips, cow pose. Let the belly sink down. Exhale, round the spine, really pull the belly in, look down towards the thighs. Inhale to find extension, your cow pose. And exhale to find flexion of the spine in cat pose. Move with your own breath, using your breath to guide each movement. And then on your next inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position. Reach the right toes back behind you. Press through the heel of the foot and reach through the crown of the head. Lengthen the tailbone back and pull the belly in. And then from here, lift that right foot up and cross it over to the left side. Look back towards the right heel and breathe into the right side body. And then from here, inhale, reach that right leg back about hip height. Toes point down towards the earth. Belly keeps pulling in towards the sky. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring right knee to right elbow or right tricep. Really try to squeeze it up as high as you can. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. 2 more times. Inhale, back. Right knee, right tricep. 1 more. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, extend that right leg back. And then from here, just do 5 pulses with the leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then stop there. And then from here, bring that right foot out towards the right, about hip height. So you're gonna bring it all the way. Yeah. So you might need to move like that. Okay. It's in the closet. Yeah. So it's about hip height. Keep the toes nice and flexed. And then from here, you're gonna do another 5 pulses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Working those abductors. And then hold for a couple breaths. Keep pulling the belly in. Try to bring as even weight as you can into both hands. You're not going to be able to, but try your best. And then on an exhale, lower that right foot down. Keep it wide. Align the arch of the right foot with the front of the knee. And then inhale, reach the arms up overhead, coming into your gate pose. On an exhale, reach the right hand down the right leg, left arm overhead, spin that heart open, gate pose. Inhale to come up through center, both arms reach up, and just take a counter bend to the other side. Left hand lowers down, right arm reaches overhead. On an inhale, and then inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands back down in front of you and start to melt the heart towards the earth. Walk the hands out in front of you. Keep the hips up nice and high. Right leg stays out. This weird version of puppy pose. And then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. think it's, left arm. Inhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky, and exhale, thread it underneath. Come onto the left shoulder, left side of the face. Right hand can stay planted in front of the face, or it can walk out long in front of you, or wrap behind the low back. Really send the breath into the belly. And then on an exhale, carefully unwind. Press the right hand into the earth. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower it back down. And then we'll repeat that all on the other side. So bring the right knee underneath the right hip. Inhale, extend the left toes back behind you. Keep them grounded on the earth. Press through the heel. Reach through the crown of the head. Pull everything in towards the midline. And stretch that left calf out. Then on your next inhale, you'll lift the left leg up and cross it over to the right side. Really keep pressing through the heel and reaching, looking back towards that right heel. Breathe into the left side body. Inhale to come back through center. Lift that leg up about hip height. And then do 5 pulses with the legs. So we have to do that. Right? Oh, yes. Okay, first inhale here. Exhale, bring left knee to left tricep. Really pull everything in and up as high as you can. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, squeeze it in. 2 more times. Inhale, back. Exhale, squeeze that knee in. 1 last time. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, extend it back. And then do 5 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find stillness and reach that left leg out towards the left. Really try to lift it up as high as your hip, as high as you can, and then we'll do 5 pulses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift and hold for a few breaths. Really trying to squeeze everything in towards the midline. Exhale, lower that left foot down. Line the arch of the left foot with the front of the right knee. And then inhale. Yeah, it's a good idea. I always have to pat my knee here when I do this one. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, side bend to the left. Left arm reaches down, right arm reaches overhead. Really spin that heart open and press the hips forward. On an inhale, come up through center, both arms reach up. Exhale, counter bend to the other side. Keep spinning the heart open. Inhale to come up through center. Exhale, place the hands underneath the shoulders and then walk the hands out in front of you. Hips stay high, heart melts down towards the earth. Breathe into the belly. Keep pulling that belly in towards the spine as well to help protect the low back. And then on an inhale, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, thread it underneath the left. Come onto the right shoulder, right side of the face. Left hand can stay in front of the face or walk out in front of you. Or wrap behind the low back. Really breathe into the belly. Spin that heart open. And then carefully unwind. Bring the left hand back in front of the face if it wasn't there already. Press into the palm and inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower everything down. Come back to hands and knees. So bring the right knee back underneath the hips. And we're going to keep the hips up nice and high once again, but start to walk the hands out in front of you, melting the heart down towards the earth. Take a few deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Make your way into your downward facing dog. So step the hands about a handprint in front of where they were. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out your downward dog a little bit, taking it for a walk, warming it up. And then find stillness for a moment. Reach the hips up nice and high, really press into the palms. And if you feel like your spine is rounding forward, you can bring a deep bend into the knees. So you really find that spinal extension. Then from here, on an inhale, wave the body forward, bring shoulders over wrists, plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. One last time, wave the body forward, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, and then lower the elbows down where the shoulders, or right underneath the shoulders, forearm plank. Lengthen the tailbone back, reach the heels back, and reach the crown of the head forward. Pull the belly in and everything in the core towards the midline. Then on an inhale, you'll lower the hips and lift the heart, Sphinx pose. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet into the earth. You can stay right here or bend the right knee and reach back for your right foot or ankle. Coming into a little quad stretch, try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best as possible. And then carefully release the back foot if you had it, and switch sides. Bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best you can. Lengthen the tailbone back. Squeeze the knees towards one another so they're not splaying out to the sides. And then exhale, carefully release that foot. Lower the forehead towards the earth. Bring the hands by the low ribs. Squeeze the elbows in towards the sides. On an inhale, lift the head and heart. Maybe the hands, baby cobra. Keep pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Shoulders roll back. Back of the neck stays nice and long. Exhale, lower everything back. Inhale, lift up once more or twice more. Cobra, maybe lift the hand. You can lift the hands or keep them grounded and maybe press up a little higher. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, lift up, press into the palms, full cobra. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, lower down. And then tuck the toes underneath. Either move through your child's pose to your downward facing dog, or squeeze everything in towards the midline. Press up, plank on an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths in your down dog. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, and step your feet to the top of the mat. Feet land right underneath the hips, and let the body hang over the legs. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Maybe find a little movement here, swaying a little bit from side to side. And then you let the head and neck relax completely. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you need. They don't have to be perfectly straight. And then when you're ready, if you clasp opposite elbows, release the arms down. Bring a deep bend into the knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Shoulder blades roll down the back, palms spin open, and head lifts up last. Tadasana, mountain pose. And from here, step the feet together, big toes touch, maybe a slight space between the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and then sink the hips back like you're about to sit into a really tiny chair. Lift the heart up, lengthen the tailbone down, so pull the belly button in towards the spine. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, plant the palms and step the left foot back behind you. Lower the back knee. And then make sure that right knee is right above the right ankle and not coming in front of it. If it is, you can take your right hand to move it forward and take a wider stance. On an inhale, lift the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Really lengthen the tailbone down, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another, lift the heart up. Then exhale, bring the hands to frame the front foot, lift the back knee, and step back, or lift the back knee. And then step back to your downward facing dog, or three-legged dog, whatever you want to do. With the right leg lifted, right? Yeah. From here, move through your vinyasa, either keeping the leg lifted or lowering it down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then on an inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Step it through in between the hands. Exhale, lower the back knee down. Make sure left knee is right above left ankle. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Hips sink down, heart lifts. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Exhale, bring both hands to frame the front foot. And then step the right foot forward to meet the left in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold. And as you inhale, bend through the knees and reach the heart up. Utkatasana, chair pose. On your next inhale, rise all the way up to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Move through Surya Namaskar B one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink the hips down into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, fold over the legs, lift the hips up high. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold. This time step the right foot back behind you. You can lower it down or keep the back knee lifted. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, high crescent or Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, bring both hands to frame the front foot. Step the left foot back, three-legged dog. You can keep the left leg lifted or lower it and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. You can lower the back knee if you like or keep it lifted. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, high crescent lunge or Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, bring both hands to frame the front foot. Step the left foot forward to meet the right as you fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips back, lift the heart up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Then on your next inhale, rise to stand, arms stay up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, step the feet wide, about mat's width distance apart or wider, depending on your hips. Heels point in, toes point out. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink into the hips, bring hands to heart center. Malasana, yogi squat, garland pose. Press the arms into the legs and the legs back into the arms to really lift the heart space up. And then from here, lower the hands to the earth. Keep the right foot where it is, but step the left foot back behind you. Coming into your lizard lunge. Back knee lowers down. You can keep the toes tucked under or untuck them, whatever feels best in your body. Inhale to lift the heart. As you exhale, just with heart.
Yeah, sorry.
As you exhale, shift the hips back. Fold to the inside of your right leg. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, shift the hips back. One last time. Inhale, come forward. Lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back. Fold to the inside of the right leg and hold. Really flex the right toes up towards the sky. Try to keep a nice long spine. Maybe have blocks underneath the hands if you have tighter hamstrings. And don't worry about having a completely straight leg. If you need to have a bend in the knee, that's totally fine. On an inhale, bend through the front knee, lift the heart. Tuck the back, or inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. You can stay here or bend into the back knee and reach back for your foot or ankle, coming into a quad stretch. Wherever you're at, really spin the heart open. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, carefully release the back foot. Bring both
arms down.
Oops. Bring the right hand back to the inside of the front foot. Tuck the back toes underneath. Lift the back knee. And step the right foot back to your three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions just to really get into that hip joint. And then once you've done that, you can straighten the back leg, square off the hips, take an inhale. As you exhale, bring right knee all the way up to the right tricep as far as you can get it. Inhale, extend it back. And then exhale, do that again. Inhale back, one last time. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, step the right foot through in between your hands. Keep the back knee lifted, but ground through the back heel. Align front heel with the arch of the back foot, setting yourself up for warrior two. Reach the left fingertips out in front of you. And then left fingertips, and then use that hand to guide you all the way up to stand in your warrior two. Arms reach out in either direction. And then from here, reach the left fingertips down left fingertips down the left leg, right arm overhead, reverse warrior. Oops, sorry, other way.
I'm forgetting which side's way.
And then exhale, reach that right hand forward as far as you can. So you can't reach any further, then either let the elbow land on the thigh or bring that right hand to the inside of your front leg, either on the floor or on a block, or just have it floating. Then reach the left arm overhead, spin the heart open, look up towards the left hand. On your next inhale, reach all the way up, reverse your warrior. Then from here, straighten the front leg and switch sides. So come into your reverse warrior on the other side. So spin the left toes and right toes around, dancing yourself all the way through onto the other side. On your next inhale, come up through center, through your warrior two. Then exhale, reach the left fingertips as far forward as you can, either letting that left elbow land on the thigh or left hand to the inside of the left leg. Right arm reaches up overhead, spin the heart open, side angle pose. And then from here, inhale, reach the arms up overhead, or back, not overhead, to your warrior two. Then cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. So now you're facing the other way. Hug the left knee in and then shoot it up and back to your three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Or wait, is that your right leg? No, that's your
my
left leg.
I should get like little labels.
Yeah. Maybe do a couple leg circles. And then once you've done that, straighten the left leg, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, back. One last time. Squeeze it in. Inhale, extend it back. And then lower the left foot down to meet the right, downward facing dog. And then move through your vinyasa or stay in your down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Then bend the knees, look forward, either step or lightly hop to the top or what was the back of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then step the feet wide once again. Coming into your Malasana. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink the hips down. Hands come through to heart center. Press the arms into the legs and the legs back into the arms to lift the heart up. And then from here, bring the hands down in front of you and step the right toes back behind you. Lower the back knee. Patting the knee if you like. Lift the heart up, on the inhale. As you exhale, shift the hips back to the inside of your front leg. Inhale, forward. Exhale, reach the hips back. One last time, inhale, forward. Exhale to reach the hips back and hold this time to the inside of your front leg. Try to keep a nice long spine, really leading with the heart. Flex the left toes up towards the sky. Then inhale, reach the heart back forward, bend into the front knee. Plant the right hand down, lift the left arm up towards the sky on an inhale. You can stay here or reach back for the back foot with your left hand. Spin the heart open, roll the shoulder blades down the back. And then if you grab the back foot, carefully release it. Bring both hands back to the inside of the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee and shoot that left leg back behind you. Three-legged dog. You can bend into the knee and open up the hip again. Maybe this time your left foot starts to get really heavy and fall to the opposite side of the mat. Flipping yourself over into your wild thing. Hips lift and heart reaches forward. Carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog with the left leg lifted on an inhale. And then exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands. Ground through the back heel, align arch of the back foot with the heel of the front foot. Reach the left fingertips. No, that's the right. Yeah, those fingertips. It's really hard to tell. Right fingertips forward and cartwheel your way up. Warrior 2. Then on your next inhale, straighten the front leg. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, reach the left fingertips as far forward as you can. So you can't reach anymore, and then let that left hand lower anywhere on your leg or floor. Right hand reaches up overhead or on a block to really spin the heart open. Trikonasana, triangle pose. And from here, bring the gaze down and step the left hand like 6 to 12 inches in front of the left foot. Kick the back foot up about hip height. Really open up the hips, so stack right hip on top of the left, half moon pose. You can always bring something underneath this front hand to help you balance, or if you don't have the hamstring flexibility, and you can always have a bend in the front knee as well. And then from here, carefully step that right foot back behind you, coming up into your warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior, flip the front palm. Then straighten the front leg and spin the feet to the spin both feet, I guess, actually to this side, parallel at first.
I'm still stretching sideways.
We'll do that in a sec.
Okay.
Sorry. I switched up the class a whole bunch, but okay. From here, spin the toes out and heels in. Bend into the knees, sinking into your goddess pose. So lift the heart up, lengthen the tailbone down, then bring the hands to the outer thighs. Inhale here. As you exhale, dip the left shoulder down, look over the right. Whoa. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. One last time. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale through center. Bring the arms up into your cactus arms, goddess pose. Then inhale, reach the arms up overhead, straighten the legs. Spin the right toes to the top edge of the mat. And maybe step the left toes back slightly. Align, arch the back foot with the front heel. Bend into the front knee. Sorry, warrior two, arms out wide. And then in reverse warrior, so flip the front palm, inhale the right arm up. Then from here, straighten that front leg. Exhale, reach the right fingertips forward as far as you can. Then let them land wherever they land, anywhere on the leg, a block, or the floor. Left arm spins open, Trikonasana, triangle pose. You can then look down. Bring the right fingertips in front of the right pinky toe, about 6 to 12 inches. Kick the back leg up, about hip height. Make sure to flex through those toes. Stack left hip on top of right this time. Spin the heart open. Half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. And then from here, step the left toes back. Spin both hands down to frame the front foot. Spin the back heel up. Hug the right foot in, and then shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Either stay here or flip your dog. Coming into wild thing on the other side. And then exhale. Make your way back to your three-legged dog if you weren't there already. You can keep the leg lifted or lower it into your downward facing dog. You can stay in your downward dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And then lower the knees to the earth. Big toes touch. Knees can either be together or wide. Hips reach back towards the heels. Walk the arms out in front of you. Forehead lowers towards the earth. Maybe bringing a prop underneath it. Maybe bringing the arms down by the sides to give your shoulders a little break. Slowing the breath back down. Feeling the heartbeat start to slow. And then when you're ready, bring the arms back out in front of you if they weren't there already. Lift the head, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And from here, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Then bring that right knee towards right wrist. Kick the right foot out towards the left, the other side.
Wait, oh.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but keep the knee bent. You're making your way into pigeon. Sorry.
Oh, wait, okay, gotcha.
And then lower that left shin down. Right shin down. Walk the left toes back. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. You can bring the right foot further forward for it to deepen stretch, or bring it in towards you for less of a stretch. Make sure to flex those right toes. And if this pose is just not happening for you, and it doesn't for a lot of people, you can instead lie on your back, cross right ankle over left thigh, and take the reclined pigeon we took earlier. And as you exhale, people in regular pigeon pose, you can walk the hands out in front of you and start to lower down. If you feel like your right hip is coming way up off the ground, you could also place a block or pillow, bolster, something underneath it. Just breathe here. Breathing back into those abductors once again. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, start to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. And then tuck the back toes and shoot that front leg up and back, three-legged dog. Maybe just circle the ankle a little bit if it got a little sore. And then bring that right knee down, right foot down to meet the left. Inhale the left foot up towards the sky. Exhale, bring left knee towards left wrist. Kick the foot out towards the right and then lower everything down to your pigeon pose. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. And once again, if you took sleep or reclined pigeon on the other side, you can take it on this side as well by crossing the left ankle over right thigh, hug the knees in towards you, or keep the left feet on the ground. Just make sure to flex your left toes to protect the knee and ankle joint. And breathe. On your next inhale, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders if you're in sleeping pigeon. Uncross the legs if you're in reclined pigeon. If you took sleeping pigeon, tuck the back toes, lift that front leg up and shoot it up and back to your three-legged dog. Maybe circle the ankle a little bit. And then bring the left foot down to meet the right. Bend the knees, look forward, and either step or hop to a seat. Sorry. From here, everyone make your way to a seat. Bring the hands to the backs of the thighs, pull the belly in, lift the heart up, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Then begin to lift the shins so that they're parallel to the mat. Keep pulling everything in. Maybe reach the hands out in front of you. Squeeze the legs towards one another, lift the heart up. Maybe work towards straightening the legs. Keep the heart lifted. Take in exhale and then inhale lower to hover. Exhale up. Inhale hover. Exhale up. Inhale hover. 2 more times. Exhale up. Inhale hover. Exhale up. Inhale to hover. And then release everything down for just a moment. Oh yeah. Okay. Take a couple deep breaths in, a little bit of a shavasana. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. That actually hurts my knee a lot, so I'm not going to do that. But if you can do that, then do that. I'm going to, I guess, just keep my legs out long in front of me. Bring your hands out in front of you. Palms touch one another. And we're going to do 10 crunches. So really press the belly in towards the earth. Take an inhale. Exhale, crunch up. Keep the chin lifted. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. There's 2, 3, 4. Remember to keep breathing. Keep the chin lifted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Exhale, lower down. Take a bit of a break. And then on your next inhale, come up to a seat. Bring the legs wide. So I like to use the long edge of my mat, but if you, some people like to do it facing the other way and just having their legs off of it. But for some reason, it hurts my heels a lot on hardwood floors. Sit up nice and tall. If you need, you can place something underneath the hips to help you sit up taller. Then from here, reach the right arm down the right leg. Left arm reaches overhead. Spin that heart open. Keep flexing through both feet. Feet are nice and engaged. Then from here, we're going to collapse the heart down. just to fold over the right leg. So just try to spin the belly button towards that right leg. Lead with the heart, flex through the feet. Inhale, come up for your center, and then switch sides. Left arm reaches down the left leg, right arm overhead. Spin the heart open, flex into the feet. Maybe bring this left hand down towards the right leg. Try not to collapse in the heart. And then exhale, spin the heart downward, fold over the left leg. Really try to twist from the belly button over the left leg. Flex through the feet. Inhale, come up. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Fold in between the legs. This has become my favorite stretch recently. Keep flexing the toes up. Try to keep a nice long spine. Send the breath into the hips, the hamstrings, butt. And then inhale, walk the hands in underneath you. Bring the hands back to the outer thighs. Walk the feet together. And then make your way back onto your back. Bring the soles of the feet down. And just see, okay. And then from here, bring the arms out to a T. Or cactus shape if you don't have the space. Cross right ankle over left thigh. All the way over. Not right ankle, right thigh over left thigh. So you're in all the way across. Maybe even hook those right toes behind the left calf. Lift the hips up slightly just to scooch them over to the right. And then lower them back down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop the legs over towards the left side. Right shoulder stays grounded. Maybe look over the shoulder as long as that feels okay on your neck. Breathe into the belly. Inhale, reach the legs back up through center. Uncross them. Center the hips. And then switch sides. Cross left thigh over right. Maybe hook those toes behind the calf. Lift the hips up slightly just to scooch them over to the left side slightly and then lower them down. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, let the legs fall over to the right side. Breathe into the belly. Left shoulder stays grounded. Maybe look over the left shoulder as long as that feels okay on your neck. Inhale to bring the legs back up through center. Uncross them. And then reach the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Knees open wide. Hands come from the inner legs, either to grab onto the backs of the thighs, calves, ankles, or outer feet. Reach the hips down, the tailbone down. Press the feet into the hands and the hands back into the feet. Maybe find some movement. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. And then maybe straighten both legs. Happy baby. And then hug the knees in towards the forehead. For a few breaths, really squeeze everything in towards the midline. Take one more inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Release the feet out in front of you. Arms down by the sides with the palms facing upward. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Really relax the legs completely so that the heels naturally turn in and the toes naturally turn out. Relax the feet and every single toe. Relax the calves, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the belly, the chest, the shoulders, the upper arms, lower arms, the hands, each and every finger. Relax the shoulders, the neck, and relax the face completely. Unclench the jaw, unwrinkle the forehead. Feel the eyes sink deep into their sockets, and relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Begin to let your breath return to its normal, natural state, releasing any breath control. Still hearing the breath, hearing the sounds around you, hearing your thoughts, but letting them go. That you're completely present in your Shavasana. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana longer, you're welcome to do so. But if you're ready to come out, start by deepening the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Then rock the head from side to side. Reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a nice morning stretch. Then hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll onto one side. Rest here for a moment. And then when you're ready, try to keep your eyes closed or a soft gaze and carefully make your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Reclose the eyes if you opened them. Bring the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top on an inhale. Exhale through the mouth, hands come to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. And take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to do something good for your body, for your mind, for your soul. And I thank you for joining me. I really hope you can take the benefits from tonight's class into the rest of your night, the rest of your week, and onto your bikes. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Normally, I would be teaching this class at Crux Chiropractic, but I can't get there right now because of my knee. You should still follow them on Instagram and Facebook. If you haven't been here before, follow or subscribe to my channel. And do some more of my classes this week. I have a Thursday yin and yang class at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and an energizing Vinyasa flow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let me know if you have any suggestions for classes, whether it's physical or mental or whatever, and please donate if you can. Have a good night.